Looks like we got another filler episode on our hands, but let's get into this review. So, unfortunately, we open up at Dorit and PK's place. I'm already over this couple, and they're so new to the show. I'm hoping that they become more likable. But I think Dorit was a little bit more likable this episode, so we'll see. Anyway, Dorit is preparing for PK's 49th birthday party. He's not in his 50s? Then we head on over to Minko's with Erica Jane and Kyle, and they're hanging out before her show. And I'm telling you, Erica Jane just seems like a blast to hang with, and I like her giving some of her youthful energy to Kyle, because I feel like I said this before, that Kyle has become very old because she's a mom of, you know, aging girls, and her community is old. I'm telling you, rich people, when you attain a certain amount of money that is not normal for somebody your age, your community of wealth I presume, like your community of people who make the same amount of money than you, make the same amount of money as you, are older, so you tend to hang around with people who are like you, and Kyle is hanging around people who are in that type of, you know, pay range, and it's just, in my opinion, made her very, very old. Lisa Vanderpump is a lot older than Kyle. You guys will be surprised how young Kyle is. So I really like the fact that she's hanging out with Erica Jane and getting her youth back. Dorit, Eileen, and Renna go rollerblading to try to start anew with their friendship. And I really like the fact that they are taking it seriously and really putting in the effort to build a friendship with each other, since they started off on the wrong foot. And they have a really good time. Then they stop and they call Erica Jane and congratulate her on her show, and she was like a little confused that they were hanging out. She was just like, weren't they fighting a few days ago? But nothing surprises me in this group. And then Dorit made this gesture, and I really thought that that was a mature way to go about working on a new friendship with Renna. She asked her if it's okay if Kim comes, and Renna really appreciated that. I thought that was really big of Dorit, and I was just like, oh, okay, Dorit, trying to win me over. I see you, sis. Lisa Vanderpump invites Eden Sassoon over for tea. And there's a lot of these B-roll shots of Lisa's home with all of these animals. And I'm telling you, Lisa has a very beautiful home, but I would never eat at Lisa Vanderpump's house. Come to think of it, I don't think she would ever invite me anyway. However, like, I would never invite you to my Beverly Hills mansion, commoner. Anyway, she just has way too many animals for me to believe that that kitchen is clean, that place is sanitary. It looks clean, but it's, she has way too many animals. I would be afraid of maybe like a pony hair, like being stuck on the side of my teacup, or like goose snot being like spread all over my biscuits. I couldn't eat there. I couldn't do it. And I don't think Eaton did either. So while they're having a little girl talk, Lisa asks Eden if she's dating, and she's like, oh no, as of like 2 days ago, I'm newly single. And Lisa's like, well, what happened? And she's like, well, I broke up with him because he called me a type A personality. What? Like, Lisa Vanderpump was looking at her like, okay, so what else did he say? Like, the way Eden made it sound at first was like he was abusive to her or something like that. And then, like, when Lisa was, you know, asked a few more questions, she realized that the issue was that he called her a type A personality. You know what, Eden Sassoon? I'm starting to feel like you are a problem. One thing I wanted to talk about was the shady Bravo editors. If you notice, like, during this scene with Lisa Vanderpump and Eden, they're getting a lot of B-roll. And a lot of the B-roll is of that little dog that Lisa puts in, like, baby clothes. Can I tell you, that dog looks so miserable. I'm telling you, the camera got a close-up of him, and he was in, like, this baby doll outfit, and he just looked at the camera like, I'm just ready to die. He looked so over it. I honestly feel like he is sick of Lisa. He is sick of Ken. He is sick of that luxury zoo that she has him in. He does not, or she does not want to wear those clothes. That dog looks so over it. I felt so bad. And of course, we get on the subject of Kim Richards. And Eden Sassoon just starts to talk about how she thinks that there's something wrong with Kim. And then she starts intertwining Kim's addiction or issues with the addiction and issues of her sister and her family. Eden's mother was a functioning alcoholic. Then Eden was a functioning alcoholic, and her sister died of a drug overdose. So there's like a lot of addiction in her family. And I feel like she just puts a lot of that on Kim. Because, like I said before, her and Kim and her sister, I guess, both became addicted on the same movie set. So she just sees so much of her sister in Kim. But Eden has to realize that Kim is not her sister. And I really do not like her addiction being the storyline. With her time being on the show. Because first of all, Kim did, even though she was showing signs and we were seeing her acting strange in previous seasons, she didn't have to share that with us. And she did. And what you're not going to do is be a new person on this show and come and drag Kim back to the depths of hell that she's trying to crawl her way out of. It really, really bothers me that she's making Kim's addiction her storyline when she is still in the depths of it. You know what I mean? She's still working to get past it and get over it. We all, the TMZ is always ready to put something out about her, and she's sick and she's dealing with a lot. And I just honestly feel like it's very disrespectful, especially if someone who was loyal to the show and put her life out there as a loyal castmate, to really allow a new cast member to come in and make her sickness their storyline. It's so ugly, Eden, and I want to know about you, but I don't want to know about you if it has to intertwine with taking Kim back to where she has come from. I don't know. I don't like it. It's because it's an addiction. You know what I mean? It's just very, very ugly. It's not messy. See, I could deal with mess. You know what I mean? I could deal with messy and I could deal with petty. This right here is just too deep and sensitive. It's not surface. You know what I mean? And I just have a problem with her discussing it in every scene. She calls Kyle an enabler, and then she says this that really, like, I had to pause the show because I was watching it on DVR. I had to pause it, and I just had to walk away for a second because I was so upset. She said, "I see Kyle standing where I am now without a sister." Excuse me. You just met the both of them like at a game party, and you all of a sudden have all of these ideas. Eden, you are not Kyle, and Kim is not your sister. You have to let that go because you are becoming somebody really ugly, and I feel like you're coming from a good place, but I also feel like you as an addict are making you're making Kim your new addiction because you're so obsessed with her. In any conversation, you are trying to find out things about her. You are trying to get information, and you're trying to come off as this person who is helping. But I feel like this self-help, save an addict guru, crystal person that you become is just another addiction because it's overwhelming and it's intrusive. I just can't believe that you even said that and didn't feel any way. Like the fact that you said that you see Kim dying and Kyle being without a sister didn't faze you. That's very bothersome because you're telling someone who is dealing with an addiction, because, I mean, it's on a TV show and millions of people are watching it. You're telling someone who's dealing with an addiction that they're not clean, that they're going to die. And then you're shaming the sister for how she tries to cope with her sister's addiction. You know what I mean? And I feel bad because I feel like you're coming from a good place, but you got to change this storyline up. If you are fortunate enough to come back next season, you got to change this up because you are looking very, very ugly. And I don't think that's how you are. I don't get that from you, but you're being so intrusive and you're jumping to conclusions over gossip. You never really talked to Kim, or you never seen Kim outside of probably what you watched on previous seasons. So you don't really know anything about Kim and Kyle. And you got some gossip from Lisa Rinna, and you're running with it and making it seem like this is the issue that's going on here when you don't really know. To be honest, the viewers don't really know. Some people say it's drug and alcohol. Some people say it's pills. Some people say crystal meth. You know what I mean? Some people say coke. Some people say we don't know what she's dealing with. But she has been honest and open and saying that she's dealing with some things. let it be. Let that woman heal and mind your business. We're back in Minkos for Erica Jane's performance at the Felixer Festival. I don't know how to pronounce that, but she's at this festival that she's performing at. And first of all, what I have to say is, Erica Jane, them boots. Sis, what size do you wear? Send them over to me. You're not going to wear them again. You looked fabulous. Her entire outfit. Her outfit walking up to... She had... this heifer had a performance outfit. And she had an outfit walking up to the performance. Yes, honey, that's how you live. That's how you live. If you gonna marry for money, you gonna do it right, sis. Her whole outfit looked gorgeous. Then that bedazzled onesie she was in, the hair, the makeup, everything was on fleek. Work! However, I will say, that dancer smacking you behind was a little disrespectful. I felt some sort of way. I don't know what his sexuality is. He may be, you know, of the gay persuasion. However, I just still felt like it was disrespectful. You're a married woman. What would Mr. Erica Jane think? This prayer was so disrespectful. And I'm with Kyle. She was just like, I grew up Catholic and, you know, I became Jewish with Mauricio. And, I found it very disrespectful. And I did too. And I'm not religious like that, but I found that very disrespectful to go to God and pray for a good performance and then pray for hard cocks or something like that. I was like, oh, wait, we have crossed the line. Let's keep it holy. Let's keep it sacred. You can be a hoe after prayer. Don't hoe in prayer. I didn't like it. Erica performs and she does a really good job. In my opinion, she killed it. Like, her music is not really for me unless how many F's do I give on repeat. I love it. In the video too. Dun, 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 oh, I love that. That's my jam. But I like the other music hasn't really hit me. But you know, she's starting. Is she starting out? I don't know. I haven't been able to find much of her music, but you know, I think she did a good job. I love Erica Jane's attitude. I love everything about her, to be quite honest with you. She just really lives life and has fun. And I hope with the casting, if Bravo continues to bring on new people, that they bring on that kind of energy. Because for a lot of the scenes or in a lot of the episodes, I feel like Erica Jane is saving it, in my opinion, because it's just her storyline is interesting. Dorit, Lisa Rinna, and no, just those two. They show up at Eden's home for a little, you know, girls hangout, and Eden Sassoon gives Rinna this really long and awkward hug. I'm telling you, if free people were a person, it would be Eden Sassoon. She's so, like, ethereal, extra. It's too much. It's too much crystals, Pirate of the Caribbean, she-witch. It's too much. It's like, here, drink this aloe water. It does extra things to your body. Oh, now let's have this green smoothie to do extra things to your body. And Lisa Rinna, I will put a Xanax in that. Eden, so would I. Sounds like a great idea. Dorit. Dorit was me, because I was like, Xanax? Wait a minute, addiction goddess. How are you having a Xanax? You see what I'm saying? I think, ooh. I'm not even going to say it, but I feel like she pulls from other things. Like, I feel like she's clean of alcohol, but it's other addictions that she got going on. One of them is Kim Richards. So Erica Jane has just finished her killer performance, and she's heading back to the house. First of all, sis, those, no, what was it? Knee-high, mid-calf, blue suede, open-toe, Louboutins. Sis work. Listen, Erica Jane always comes through. Her stylist does not mess around. She slays in every scene. She never looks a mess. I feel like Erica Jane took a book out of Dorinda. Dorinda's page in Real Housewives of New York City. Let me tell you something. When Dorinda got the call that she was going to be on this show, mother never disappointed. Every scene, she is slayed. Even if it's just like a regular day. She's just like, oh, I just wanted to wear this bedazzled Gaultier top. It's nothing. You know what I mean? She kills it. I love Dorinda. And I feel like Erica Jane took a page right out of her book because her fashions is just off the chain. Then that's her after show performance. She goes back and she changes because the sun is rising. She did a performance at like 3 a.m. Now the sun is rising and everybody wants to have the little after party and get into the pool. Mother goes back with her after performance outfit, comes out in some strappy knee-high gladiator pumps with this high-cut leopard one-piece bait. Sis, you better work! So we're back at PK's 49th birthday. Lisa Vanderpump has a huge Beverly Hills mansion in the upper crust part of Beverly Hills, might I add. But why does she have a phone that looked like it's from Walmart circa 1989? Back to this party again, and Dorit is greeting her guests, and the girls come in, and Peggy, her baby nurse, brings her daughter, and she's like, "Oh, Peggy, the girls want to see the baby," and she brings the baby over, and I'm telling you. Peggy is me. As soon as Peggy gave Dorit that baby, she tried to get out of Dodge. But before Peggy could make her way to freedom, Dorit called her back and was like, "Okay, here she is, Peggy. Thank you." Oh, Peggy, follow the drinking gourd, sis. Him and the ladies are hanging, and she's letting them know that she's, having like these motherly fears and instincts because she's about to become a grandmother. And she's just like, she's trying to explain that it's really weird that she's a grandmother and she's having like these motherly instincts for her grandson. And Free People Eden read so deeply into that, and trying to ask her these questions, and basically what she's trying to say is that she feels like she's going to like relapse. Eden, you have to fall back and mind your business. I'm trying to go easy on you because I feel like you are acting like this because you got some bloated information from Lisa Rinna, but you are being very intrusive and just highly disrespectful to people you do not know. Rich people be dealing with some nasty people, man. Not I. Come to the middle class. We would have been Red Eaton and thrown her out of our place. Then Boy George performs. No shade, before my time. I will say that his backup singers did not come to play with you hoes. They were glistening. I said, you better show up for a day party performance and be dazzled black sequins from head to toe. Yes, backup singers. Yeah. You know what? Although this was a filler episode, I had like a roller coaster of emotions. Like, I was on different people's sides throughout this episode. I was like disagreeing with Dorit, that I was agreeing with Dorit. I was not liking PK, that I was liking him and agreeing with him. So my emotions were all over, my loyalties were all over the place. And here is another loyalty that I just broke out of. So Dorit and Boy George and Lisa Vanderpump were talking, and Dorit's like, I just want to tell you some gossip. And she tells them about how when she went over to Eden's, and Eden was just like, yeah, I will put a Xanax in my smoothie. And then how Lisa Rinna has like these bag of pills. This is my thing. Boy George does not know Eden, and he does not know Lisa Rinna. And you're giving him this first impression. You literally told him that Eden is an addict. How dare you? Now she's open with it, but you don't have the right to tell somebody about somebody else's issues or struggle. You don't know how he's going to walk away with that. Now his first impression of her is that she's an addict because you said that, and then you tried to make it seem like she was an addict who was self-medicating with pills. It may be true. However, that was I didn't like that at all. I thought that was so nasty. Like, okay, gossip. People gossip. Men do it more than women. I got receipts. Anyway, you can gossip and do all that stuff. Harmless gossip. It's fine. But gossiping about somebody's addiction and that they may or may not be like relapsing or self-medicating with something. Nah, tacky. Tacky Dorit. And I was liking you this episode. See what you done did? So next week seems like it's going to be another filler episode. I am yet again disappointed with this season. I was disappointed with last season, and I couldn't make it through. Like, this is the farthest I've gone with Real Housewives of Beverly Hills in like 2 years. It just got so boring to me. I feel bad. When Brandy left, I was like, done. Even though she got on my nerves towards the end too, I felt like she was too much. But I feel like this new cast, I don't know. Maybe you guys can let me know in the comment section if you feel the same way. But I just don't feel like they're gelling. I think I miss the OGs. I honestly miss the OGs of all the Real Housewives of whatever franchise, the franchise. I miss the original girls, the original ladies who started it off. I miss them, but I specifically miss the OGs of this franchise just because they were all friends and they had real relationships. I feel like these other girls that are being brought in are like from, a casting session, and it just doesn't feel really authentic. The friendships are just not real. And although the show is to a point fake, it's it's hard to find anything interesting. It really feels like a more in-depth version of the real of lifestyles of the rich and famous. You know what I mean? And that was a good show for a minute, but we're in a different season and a different time. I'm not saying there needs to be drama. I'm just saying there needs to be an interesting storyline, because this Kim Richards may die from addiction storyline from Eden Sassoon gotta go. It makes me feel extremely uncomfortable. It leaves a bad taste in my mouth every time I watch this show. So there needs to be something else going on. I really feel like, like I said before, if Andy does, if he recasts some people, I would hope that he will bring in some fun, eccentric people like Erica Jane. She is fun and she brings like energy, and she can't be by herself. Like, she's the only one having a good time. These other ladies are just... We need some life. Put Nene Leakes on the show. You know what? I don't know. I don't know if a person of a different culture would really mesh with them, because the Puerto Rican lady that y'all brought on had a really hard time with those broads. So I don't know. It just seemed really, really dull. And at this point, honestly, I'm doing it because of our dialogue. But I really wouldn't review this show any further because it just doesn't seem to be interesting. So I'm hoping we get done with the filler episodes and we can move on to something, give us something. Give us some meat, Bravo. Who are the editors doing Real Housewives of it? Who are the producers over there? Maybe y'all need to meet with them because they bring it. They are starting to bring it. Meet with the Vanderpump producers. Y'all need to get some meat from these broads because I don't think I can hold on much longer. Tell me what you think in the comments section. And section, Nikki. Section. Anyway, if you like what you see here, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I will see you next week for probably another episode of this if it's interesting. If not, tune in for Top Model. Bye, guys.